You know, sports have been bringing people together and encouraging and empowering people for years.
That's right. And there have been some incredible stories of strength and hope right here on Delmarva, all for the love of sports. Take Vincent Law, for instance. His mother said doctors didn't expect him to live, let alone be part of a football team. Vinny was born with an unknown genetic disorder. Basically, he's living with a developmental delay, a cleft palate, and an underdeveloped brain. It's caused him a lot of cognitive and speech challenges, but he chooses to overcome those challenges through sports. He has been an honorary member of Queen Anne High School's football team for years.
Get that guy. 21-year-old Zach Zollenhofer, who's living with autism. Zach is known as Easton's football and lacrosse #1 fan. Always sporting his signature flag, Zach's father is incredibly proud of him, noting how remarkable it is for someone living with special needs to not only overcome those obstacles, but exceed well beyond them.
And finally, 12-year-old Lily Barnett was involved in a life-changing and life-threatening car crash 4 years ago. She was left with a serious brain injury after the accident near Milford. In fact, doctors said she would be a vegetable forever. Now, not only can she walk and talk, but she's taken up indoor rowing. Lily is turning her story from tragedy to triumph.
And turned into a championship as well.
She sure did.
Over the years, we have heard plenty of inspirational stories of young athletes making strides, as well as reaching and exceeding personal goals all across Delmarva. So joining us today to tell us more about a special young man named Andrew is WBOC Sports Director Scott Abraham. Thanks for joining us, Scott.
Pleasure to be here, and I got another great story for you today.
Tell us about Andrew.
I'll tell you, Andrew Donahue, just like the young men and women you just mentioned, inspirational, passionate. He is a race runner. There you see him, his little bike. It's kind of a modified system for him to help him, race and run at the same time. And he's 15 years old. He has cerebral palsy and dystonia, and he's picked up for a love of running, and he uses this race runner to help him run. And he's become he's done a 15K, he's done a 10K, he's done a triathlon.
Really?
He's serious.
Yes.
And his smile, his passion, it's so infectious. He's just a wonderful young man.
So what do you think it is about sports that inspires him?
He told me it gives him, I wouldn't say a release, but it gives him something that, he enjoys and he can focus on and compete with.
Yeah.
I love it because it gives me freedom.
Wow. Who do you think is his biggest cheerleader?
I would say that would be his mother.
Yeah.
His mother is, by his side every step of the way. She is so supportive. Andrew wants to do this. He is serious. I mean, this is a young man that's going to keep, race running involved. I can see him doing this his whole life. I mean, he has a drive and he has a passion for this sport, especially for special needs. He wants to show that special needs individuals can do anything you and I could do.
And he's already accomplished a lot to date.
Oh, absolutely. As I mentioned, he's done numerous races across Delmarva, and the whole point of this story is he's kind of taking his efforts in competition to a whole different level, and that's what we're going to discuss in the story of what's next for Andrew Donahue.
All right.
So, he's got some big goals?
Slightly, and it's not restricted to this country, let's just say that.
So how do we find out?
I guess might have to tune in. I don't know.
Looking forward to that. Going for the gold tonight on WBOC News at 11. Thank you so much.
Thank you again.
I love those stories.
Yeah. One man who is making a name for himself is chef and author John McLemore. You may remember him from his delicious deep-fried recipe ideas. Today, he is putting a twist on his old juicy barbecue ways and dishing up a healthy, protein-packed alternative. Plus, how to get it to that perfect pulled pork consistency. But first, Delmarva Life is all about community. That includes your community.
Is there something going on in your neighborhood? Would we love to hear about it and see photos from the event? Send the information our way along with any pictures you'd like to share.
Reach out to us at comments@delmarvalife.com, or you can like us on Facebook. Share the information with us there. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.